And Lot lifted up his eyes and beheld all the plain of Jordan, that it was well watered everywhere.
Yeah, just how people look upon America as this great place of resource and a great place to live, because it's portrayed as this beautiful place to come. Keep reading. That's how Sodom and Gomorrah used to be. All right? Because back then they valued water. All right? Because water is the main thing that people need. Or for a city or civilization to thrive, it has to thrive around a fresh body of water. Okay? Keep reading.
Before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, even as the garden of the Lord.
Yeah, so it was almost like paradise, the Garden of Eden. All right, the fertile crust. Okay, because Eden means paradise, and Eden represents the earth. So it was a beautiful place where you can basically sustain a living and get rich and live prosperous. All right, keep reading.
Like the land of Egypt, as thou comest unto Zorah.
Yep.
Then Lot chose him all the plain of Jordan, and Lot journeyed east, and they separated themselves one from another.
Talking about him and his uncle Abraham. Well, at the time he's named Abram. Okay, because Lot was the nephew of Abram, who became Abraham. So they separated because they both was getting wealthy, and they had a lot of cattle and silver and gold and tents and sheep and herds, and it got to the point the land couldn't hold both of them, so they had to break off. Okay, so Lot chose to go towards Sodom and Gomorrah, or the cities of the plain, while Abraham stayed in the land of Canaan, where the Lord told him to be at. Keep reading. Read down to 13.
Abram dwelt in the land of Canaan.
Yep.
And Lot dwelt in the cities of the plain.
And the cities of the plain.
We wanted to ask you guys what you're preaching about.
The scriptures.
What church do you guys live?
What does the word church mean? No, I'm asking you. Just
Where people go to worship.
No, the word church means a calling out. Okay, in the scriptures, the church is the body. All right, which is the disciples and followers of the Lord, which the only people that can be disciples and followers of the Lord are Israelites. Because the Lord only came for Israel. He didn't come for everybody.
I just saw the star.
This is not a star, this is a shield.
Oh, looks like
It's
the
different.
star of Jesus.
That's what them fake Jews call it. The people over there in the land that's call themselves Jews, they're not real Jews. Okay? It's really a shield. Alright? And the Negroes that were brought over here on slave ships, alright, as well as the Latinos and Native Americans, they wore this because they knew that their roots go back to Israel. Alright? And it was a shield of David. That's just a correction. But we out here basically breaking down that one of the signs of the Lord's coming back is that this society will be as unto the days of Lot. Do you know about the story of Sodom and Gomorrah?
Yes.
Okay, why was Sodom and Gomorrah destroyed?
Because they were sinners.
What was that sin or transgression that they did that led to them getting set ablaze by the Lord?
I don't know.
Do you know?
I don't know.
It was the practicing of the sodomy. All right, basically being homosexuals, lesbians, transgenders, bisexuals, pedophiles, freakism, bestiality, and all those practices led to Sodom and Gomorrah being destroyed. But America should have learned from that, because they said they follow the Bible, which the Bible is written into the law of the land under Ronald Reagan in 1983. Okay, all right. So he said that they was gonna follow the Bible. But what has America done in the past couple of years?
Ignored it.
They ignored it, right? And they justify and glorify those practices, right?
Yep.
So what's going to keep America from receiving the same fate as Sodom and Gomorrah if they're going to do the same thing?
You guys read that article that some famous Jewish man put out a couple weeks ago? He wrote in the Wall Street Journal editorial.
What did he say?
He was saying that, all the things that we've been doing. Just
They read it.
what's the story of? I can't remember the story. It was basically it drew parallels between like 9/11 and just kind of what happened in the past in the Bible.
Well, he's going off because if he's calling himself Jewish, he's not even fit to deal with the scriptures because they don't deal with the scriptures.
Yeah.
They deal with a book called the Talmud, which justify these practices that are practiced here in America, sodomy and all that stuff. Okay?
So where do we go to learn more about you guys?
You can go on the internet. You can go to the Hebrew Israelites. You know, you can go to greatmillstone.org or .com. All right.
Thanks for taking the time to speak with us.
All right.
We appreciate it. We see you guys out here, and shoes are always impressed that you guys are out here every week, no matter what.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking the time.
All right.
Appreciate it.
All right, y'all be easy. Okay. Live it up. All right? Because America gonna be destroyed. All right? What you knew about Sodom and Gomorrah? Keep reading.
Genesis chapter 13, verse 12. Abram dwelt in the land of Canaan,
Yep.
and Lot dwelt in the cities of the plain,
Cities of the plain. Keep reading.
and pitched his tent towards Sodom.
And pitched his tent towards Sodom. So just like a lot of these people, mainly these heathens, these people that came from other nations, and even our people, they come to make a living here in America. By off the appearance, mainly like the media portrays this place as a glorious place. They show you that in movies. Because in every movie dealing with America, what do they always show? They show the Statue of Liberty. All right. They show the eagle. Okay. They show people being successful, enjoying themselves here in America. Okay. But when people come here, they find out this place is wicked. It's disgusting. It's polluted physically, morally, spiritually, and it's oppressive. Everything's oppressing here. And that's what Lot gonna find out when he went and dwelt amongst them Canaanites that was in those cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. Keep reading.
But the men of Sodom were wicked.
Were wicked. The men of Sodom were wicked. So you Hamites, you're wicked too, man. And all these practices that we're reading about, even your God worship, Esau takes that upon him. He worshiped Tammuz, which is a Hamitic god. He worshiped Nimrod, which is a Hamitic god. He worshiped Semiramis, which is Hamitic. All right, what else this demon? Oh, he worshiped Molech. He worshiped Baphomet. Okay. He worshiped, help me out. It's another. Ashtaroth, Diana. All right. The Queen of Heaven, which is these are just variations of Nimrod, Semiramis, and Tammuz. All right. Sun god worship. He worshiped help me out. Yeah, the Egyptian gods. Because the Greeks got all their practices from the Egyptians. And then the Romans just adopted it. They just put new names on it. So really, all your god worship of America goes all the way back to the Babylonians, the Egyptians, and the Canaanites, which were all Hamitic nations or dark nations. AKA them so-called Africans over there in the land of Ham, or Africa, okay? And they were wicked, and they were demonic. And the Lord gonna put you Hamites in slavery too for enslaving the Negroes and helping this cracker put our brethren in slavery. You damn devils. Read.
But the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners before the Lord exceedingly.
Exceedingly. So they was all out perverse, man. All right? Go to Genesis 18, verse 16 through 25. Now you might get some people say, well, why don't you be like Abraham and pray for these people just like Abraham prayed for the city of Sodom and Gomorrah. The Lord ain't gonna hear that if we pray for these wicked ass people here. All right? He told Jeremiah that. And really Abraham was praying for Lot. Because he knew out of all them people that was in that city, at least one person, well, he asked if it'd be 10 people. Because he knew how wicked them people was. But he knew at least Lot was being righteous. Because Lot he grew up amongst a